is NASCAR Alert. I hope I scared you. But if I did, I'm sorry. But yeah. Okay, let's get on with it. Daniel Suarez is going to SHR. SHR is a great place. It's a dominant place. Kevin Harvick won a bunch of wins there. Almirola won some wins. Even Clint Bowyer won some wins there. It's pretty much looking like the JGR competitor. And Daniel Suarez has jumped to the best companies. Some people could say this was a bad move on SHR part, but they didn't have no one else to technically pick. And we could also say that Daniel Suarez did not deserve this ride at all, which I kind of disagree with. I think this is his last year to actually make a statement about if he's a good driver or not. And I think we'll all have lots of fun following Daniel Suarez and seeing how he goes along. And he's bring Eris alongside him, and I find this very, very, very suspicious about how Carl Edwards left. This is very weird, guys, I think. Eris kind of offered Carl Edwards some money, and JGR offered him some money. So I think we all know why Carl Edwards left, and with the decline of the sport and state, I think it was just even more of an appealing offer. And plus, he probably wanted to retire soon. Anyways, he was getting up there and older, but it was quite sudden, so I think now we understand why he left. And it just shows that Eris was just looking for Daniel Suarez. Talking about sponsorship, even if Eris declines like 11 races or something, Stewart-Haas will have that money to actually fund their car. They fund the car all the time. Personally, I really don't like this because they make really bad paint schemes with the Stewart-Haas car. I know it's kind of picky and weird, but still, I really don't like their paint schemes. But it's also a very good pro side to this is that actual talented drivers can go drive there and not worry about so much sponsorship. They are looking for talent, not people with sponsorship with rich people in their family. And the other thing is, a lot of people have been saying that Daniel Suarez won't live up to it. And it's going to go either two ways, guys. He's going to be the next JJ Elliott, or he will be the next Joey Logano. There's no other come out of this. He'll be the next Joey Logano or JJ Elliott. It will always be that. And if he does not do good, he'll be the next JJ Elliott. He will be a bust. And unlike JJ Elliott, he's gotten a second chance in that ride. He wasn't as abysmal as JJ Elliott, but we all know the story of JJ Elliott. He sucked and blah, blah, blah. But he was not as bad. But now he has the second chance, which a lot of drivers don't get. So he will have to prove himself if he wants to ever compete in the Cup Series in a top-level ride. And with other stuff in the news, like Jimmy Johnson, Noah Gragson, which I will all be talking about right now. First thing is Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson is going to Junior Motorsports. I personally don't care. I'm not a Noah Gragson fan. I don't really follow up on the Truck Series. I only watch Xfinity and Cup, which a lot of their NASCAR fans, but yeah. I personally think he will make all those rookie mistakes that he did in the Truck Series, and I think that he has come into the Xfinity Series expecting a free ride, and I think he will get a very, 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 very rude awakening when he finally realizes that he will have to push the car absolute limits, especially with people like Ross Chastain, which I think he will get into a top level ride, and I'll explain that later. He'll have Christopher Bell and all these other drivers that he'll have to compete against. Do I think he's better than Christopher Bell? No. Do I think he's better than Ross Chastain? No. Do I think he's better than Brandon Jones? Yes. I think he's an average driver, and I think with all the newer drivers with all this great talent, he's going to have to try his absolute best if he wants to get a top level ride the next year or two into the Cup Series. Now let's talking about professional cup drivers. Sometime Jimmy Johnson is getting a new sponsor after Lowe's left him, obviously all of the news and stuff, and Ally will be sponsoring it for the full season, which I personally didn't think was going to happen with the decline of NASCAR and Jimmy Johnson not doing so well. I thought he was going to have a bunch of little sponsors, but obviously Rick Hendricks pulled off his magic and got him a full sponsorship for 2 years. And here's the paint scheme. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think the paint scheme is very well. I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's great. I don't know. I would like to see a white version of this. That would be cool. That would be cool. And maybe like a reverse colors where like the Ally logo is almost kind of black almost, but then it's all purple. Kind of like, I feel like they can do a bunch of modified stuff to the paint scheme through the season. So if you don't like this, we all know they can always change it later on in the season, especially if it gets a lot of hate on the paint scheme. Because they're sponsoring Jimmy Johnson, and I really think they should get the paint scheme perfect for his last 2 years. That is enough about Jimmy Johnson. The reason why I think Ross Chastain will get a ride is because that he's a talented driver. It just takes some sponsorship, and I feel like if sponsorships out there, that they will find him and want to partner up with him because he's such a talented driver. And I can see some big teams just opening up an extra car, especially JGR in the Xfinity Series. And they have Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 18 for 9 races, and they could run this car full time and fit Ross Chastain in the rest of the schedule, and that could leave Ross Chastain maybe getting that ride full time. Who knows? This isn't actually announced. I'm just saying, putting some ideas out there. And that might give him time maybe to find sponsorship. Who knows? I just really hope he finds a ride. I'm a big fan of Ross Chastain because how talented he is. This is NASCAR Alert, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget the thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Let's get the 30 subscribers, guys. That would be great, and I will do a special video. And that's it for today. Bye!